In this video, you'll find out how BMC AMI DevOps for Change Manager for IMS TM Jenkins Plugin allows you to easily integrate BMC AMI Change Manager for IMS TM into the software development lifecycle. One of the key findings from BMC's 17th Annual Mainframe Survey, the industry's largest research study, reveals that 76% of the enterprises seeking to increase the strategic value of the mainframe yield value from their DevOps adoption within a year by implementing a mainframe-inclusive DevOps toolchain. The video will cover the installation steps for the Jenkins plugin, then we'll see how to dynamically activate changes to IMS objects on the mainframe, and finally we'll view spool files within the Jenkins project workspace. First, let's take a look at the installation steps. From the Jenkins main dashboard, click on Manage Jenkins, then Manage Plugins. Choose the Available Plugins tab and search for BMC AMI DevOps for Change Manager for IMS TM. Check the plugin and press the Install button. After the plugin is installed, you can start communicating with BMC AMI Change Manager for IMS TM on the mainframe and dynamically activate changes to IMS objects. For example, consider the following scenario, where the application development team modified the code and added a new transaction, which is not yet defined in IMS. Instead of having to define it manually, it can be dynamically activated by incorporating the plugin in a Jenkins pipeline. That way, whenever the build process is done, it will trigger the BMC plugin to add the new transaction and implement the changes. So let's add a new transaction. From the main dashboard, add a new item named Add Tran. Then add a build step and choose the plugin. All the plugin relevant options will appear. First, it will let you choose between creating and editing delta lists, checking a delta list against the IMS control region, executing a delta list to implement changes. Next, you'll have to define the mainframe connection options. Next, you'll have to define the BMC AMI Change Manager for IMS TM options. Provide the load library, which contains BMC load modules. Then the delta list library. The delta list name and title, variable definition member, and delta list notes. Then you define which element to add and the action to take upon it, so in this case we're adding transaction named IVTN v1. The operands will dynamically change according to the selected element type and action. In this case, we'll define the PSB name DFSIVP2 and accept all the other transaction operands default values. If you scroll down, you'll get a JCL that was created according to the specified values. You can specify the account number and save the configuration. When you press the Build Now button, the job will be submitted to the mainframe and you can go to the console output and browse through the different messages. And finally, when it finishes, you'll get a message indicating whether the job was successfully finished or not. Additionally, you can go to the project's workspace and select the corresponding build number to view the different spool files. For more information, go to the Jenkins website, click on Plugins and search for BMC plugins. Also, learn more about DevOps for IMS in this solution brief at the bmc.com website.